Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Buckeyes of all ages, you are now tuning into the Boomcast. Introducing first, it's your host, NFL vet, Buckeye legend, Daniel Boom Herron. Accompanying him is the Boom Squad. First up, from the presidential penthouse, we got former coal miner, fitness industry expert, Mr. Corey Gregory. Over here at the Tyler Sports Zone, we have Athens' very own Tyler Treadway. Then we got Philo's very own Mr. Tyler C. Lever. And then, of course, here's the doghouse. I'm the graphic gangster Cole Susak. To my right is the king of Web3, Trayvon the Air. And you are now tuning in to the Boomcast. The Boomcast is brought to you by Max for Muscle and Sam Adams Beer. Let's go to the show.
Welcome to another episode of the Boomcast. I'm your boy Corey G. We are without Boom Squad leader Cole Susak today. He's on vacation, actually going to the Yankees game, which is pretty epic. We got Trayvon the Air, king of Web3, Tyler C. Lover, and Tyler Treadway of the Tyler and Tyler Sports Zone, and Daniel Boom Herron in the house. We're going to do just a little sports talk today.
Yeah, man.
Boom, what's good?
Man, it's a lot going on in the sports world. Well, let me cut
A lot
back.
of money being paid.
A lot of money being thrown around in the sports world.
You wish you was an NBA player, Boom?
Well, not even just an NBA player. If I could just go back, if I was, let me see, I'm 34. If I was like 14 years younger right now.
Okay. I'm following you.
Even if I can go into the college world,
Yeah.
with the
Facts.
NIL
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
These
I'm not
NBA
gonna lie. I was watching your highlights yesterday. I was thinking, my dude would have got paid. my dude would have got paid.
Boom, the Boom shirt.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a lot going on. I mean, I see the Ohio State's quarterback just got him a new Benz. It's just a lot
Trey
going
was just
on.
saying before he left the gym this morning, he's like, I should have played baseball.
Yeah, so that's think about like MLB contracts.
Crazy.
Like they got motherfuckers getting paid like millions
But-
like years after they're done.
They've been getting, like, baseball has always been like the
Yeah,
the
but I'm
top
saying
thing.
though, like more people should be like, yo, like I want my kid to
I
play
should play baseball.
I don't want my kid to go to the NFL. I want them to play baseball.
But that
Is there contracts guaranteed too?
what, baseball?
Baseball?
Yeah.
So baseball and NBA both guaranteed.
Yeah. But the only thing about baseball, it's just so hard to
Facts.
get
Yeah.
to that level.
Different
Because
skills
obviously,
here for sure.
you got the major leagues, then you got
Yeah,
the
all the
minors.
other
Yeah,
minors.
There's so many
facts.
levels that you got to go to. Like, I know guys who got drafted out of high school.
Yeah, same.
And,
And they did,
you know what I'm saying? They just kind of just like fall off the
Yeah,
map.
they just
you
go
know?
on
It's
with
like,
their regular life.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
They play
it's,
single A for a couple years and they're out.
So sometimes you be like, all right, well, let me take the route of making it to the NFL because as Cardell said, it's easy to do.
When he said that shit, I was looking at him like,
Right. Which is it's definitely not easy. But it's
I get what you're
an
saying,
easier
yeah.
path,
Yeah.
But the lifespan of playing in the NFL and playing in the MLB is totally
Probably
different. Yeah, completely.
160
Yeah.
games, 170 games versus like 16 with preseason, all that. That's a completely different life.
Yeah, it's totally different. But if you think about it, like you look at the guy, what's the guy? I forgot his name, but he has a contract where he gets $1 million every year.
Oh, Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah.
I saw Darren Ravel was bidding on the actual contract. So, like, basically, Golden, who I've been following now since I watched the thing on
the
Netflix,
paper,
which is super dope.
That's sick.
So Darren Ravel says, and I'm not even a Darren Ravel fan. I'll tell you guys a story off. But anyway, Darren Ravel says he stays up till 12:01 that day just so he can be the first one to tweet about the Bobby Bonilla contract. This dude makes $1.3 million every year till he's 72. And he had the actual contract, the actual one he signed, and he's trying to buy it. I mean, think about how
He's trying to buy the contract?
Yeah, it's like as like memorabilia.
Oh, okay.
Think about how epic that deal was. Whoever explained that to him, because I remember, because I was a Pirates fan, so him and Bonds was there together when I was a kid, and they were badass.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Bonilla goes and gets paid, and then when that trade happened, they had to push all that money, but it was like $30 million, bro. Because I think it's like 30 years later, he's still like, what? But that's like the best retirement deal of all time.
Man,
Right?
insane.
So-
Like whoever his agent was or whoever
So
was in his
smart.
corner, like we need him to. I would like to have him as a guest. On
Yeah,
the
it's like the
show.
most creative contract in the history of pro sports.
Yeah.
You know, it's unbelievable. What about Draymond getting 100?
Dude.
I mean,
I know he's produced, but
I'll say this. After seeing what some other guys have gotten, I would say he deserved 100. Because it's like
25 a year? It's 4 year, right?
Yeah, but you got guys. That's honestly that's like low key kind of low end now.
But he's
in
also
the
like a
NBA.
vet at this point,
He's
right?
a super vet. He has multiple rings.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, I mean, Steph Curry and those guys say they don't do what they have done
If they don't have
without
Draymond. No, I
which is
agree.
that sounds crazy, right?
But he's like the enforcer, bro.
This is his thing. He plays his role so well.
Yeah, facts. No, he definitely does.
He plays the role like just. It's almost kind of like, I don't want to compare him to Dennis Rodman, but Dennis Rodman played his role very well. You have guys who, if you get in the right system and you know your role and you play it well, you can play in the league for a long time.
Then the guys like Steph Curry and that they value it at such a level. I mean, dude, I always come back to like, look who Jordan won with, bro.
Yeah.
Luke Longley. Then before that was Bill Cartwright. Like these dudes, that they can play their role with the superstars, and Draymond is obviously still a superstar too. Yeah. He's like in between the two.
Yeah, I mean, you look at go ahead.
Yeah, I'm all the way out.
I was heading to Treadway next.
I'm all the way out on Draymond getting 4 years, $100 million. Like,
well,
you're all the way out.
Dude, all the way out.
Okay. Talk to me, Treadway. Talk to me.
So you got Cam Johnson, who gets like the same deal.
Cam
for
Johnson's
the Nets.
deal is fucking insane.
Talk to
But
me.
like,
what is it?
You take Cam. I mean, I get like what he's done for the Warriors, but like everybody now in the NBA, it's like, all right, Draymond's playing hardball every other year. He's like, oh, I'm leaving. Draymond couldn't produce on another team because he's like Rodman. I mean, Pippen and Rodman had their day without Jordan, and they were like a high level role player. But you're not playing with Jordan anymore.
When he was playing with Isaiah before that.
Yeah, like Draymond, cool. Go play with the Pistons. You're gonna do nothing. And like 4 years, $100 million. Like if Draymond goes and plays for the Pistons last year, he's not getting 4 years, $100 million from anybody. He's getting that because he played for the Warriors last year. Like they hide a lot of his deficiencies. So it's like,
This is amazing. This is perfect, but this is what Treadway. This is the role Treadway plays.
Hey,
this is perfect.
He's a friend of mine.
He's playing the role.
Hey, I was a
Boom is not co-signing it.
I was a huge Draymond fan in college because he went to Michigan State.
Oh, yeah.
And so I watched him when he played. They played his senior year. They played in Columbus. They played LIU Brooklyn, and I went to the game. Loved Draymond. And then when he got to the league, I was like, I'm just saying, like, I don't think that, like, I think he's getting 400 from the Warriors and, like, nobody else. Because I don't think he does what he does on any other team.
Dylan Brooks got 80.
I was going to say.
Is that the dude who was talking all kinds of shit to LeBron?
But he got that from the Rockets.
Yeah, the Rockets are trash. But they're off-season. They've signed the most range.
You're good if you play in the NBA. Sorry, that's a wrong thing to say.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I've heard a couple guys say there are a lot of guys in the NBA that are not good.
I'd like to be that.
But
they
sitting on
I
dunked
dunked
a
mini ball the other day. Did anybody see that?
Can we talk about the best contract of the offseason? Was Russell Westbrook.
Of course, yeah.
He took $8 million to go back to the Clippers. Like that's a good veteran. Like if Draymond wants the Warriors to be good, he has to understand that they got to get some young guys in, and that's what Russ understood. Right? He took $8 million to go back to the Clippers.
Didn't they just bring Chris Paul in?
No,
where'd he go?
He went to the Warriors.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, he went
to the Warriors.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
But Chris Paul's
Yeah, but I mean, he still took $100 million and they got Chris Paul.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but Chris Paul's NBA veteran minimum contract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I didn't see
He's
that.
not the Hornets Chris Paul anymore.
Yeah. He was bad last year for the Suns.
Yeah.
Was he bad though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, he quit on him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He didn't play the playoffs.
Well, yeah, we all know he's gonna get hurt in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every year.
So it was like,
remember when? Let me ask you this: why has Chris Paul got the bad rap? Because I don't really even know why I feel that way. I listened to like some of his interviews on his book, and I like him now. Honestly, like I was kind of like sideways about Chris Paul, but I was thinking about Why do I feel that way?
He's just the guy that everyone hates because he like was flopping and stuff. Like he's a great dude, but like
it's when he said it's when the Suns went to the finals.
Yeah.
And he said, "I got the taste in my mouth of the finals," and like you know what I mean, like he has to have it again. And then you see what fucking happened to him in the playoffs the next 2 years. Motherfucker didn't even play.
All right.
Yeah.
He's not even trying to support his team, but
You
he's
feel that way
talking about the fucking finals.
Like it's almost like you feel indifferent about him, but I'm not sure why. Like what did he do? Because that's even more recent, but I feel like this sediment's been like this for a while. What do you think, Sea Lover?
Is it just the lack of like finishing performance? It's like you said.
I feel like he's just not like he doesn't have like.
I think it's some off the court stuff.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't even think it's the basketball side.
Like he just ain't a team dude.
Well, he's like the head of the like PA, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
But I don't know him personally, but I hear like a lot of NBA guys don't rock with him like at all. Like
he's definitely a snitch.
Okay. All right.
Facts.
I can see
Well,
that.
Yeah, he's the head of the NFLPA. Like,
Well,
or
we're
the
definitely not
NBA
getting
PA.
Chris Paul's guest, so.
I didn't expect it.
Yeah, no, yeah, facts.
You know,
So
it's
Chris Paul's 6'9", huh?
Nah. I'm worried about Chris Paul.
All right.
not 6'9". Jesus Christ.
All right. Do you follow the Reds? The Reds is on like a super hot.
They're
LA
hot.
Cruz
Is a fucking beast.
I don't want
Dude,
to
he's
take
a
away
beast.
from
I want to go to a
anybody's
Reds
point.
game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did y'all see that? I think it was just last night. The Nats, Washington, they were like, you guys need to check his bat. And they checked to see if it was corked. And he was like, all right, y'all go ahead and check my bat. He stood there and waited. They checked it. They're like, all right, it's legal. It's verified. They handed the bat back to him. 455-foot home run.
Fuck
Right
y'all,
after that.
basically.
He
yeah.
like did the whole toss right after that.
And they pulled his ass out of the minors, too. It's not like he was like some crazy prospect that – I mean, I'm sure he was a prospect, but
Right.
no one was talking about him.
No.
They pull him up, and he's just dominating.
Doing that.
So I don't follow baseball as much, but I've been seeing like a lot of stuff about the Reds. So can y'all kind of like?
I think
hot,
they've
man.
won like 17 or 18 games out of the last like 22 or something.
But they were doing very bad at the beginning, right?
They definitely weren't doing that.
They weren't expected to do that.
They were at the bottom of the division. Pirates were at the top of the division. And then
No, they're up.
and now Elly De La Cruz, man, it's like since he's going wild.
Otani too is fucking insane. 10
you
strikeouts
know
in a
that
game
is?
and
Boom.
2 home runs.
So the dude, so the
What the
dude, it's is he Japanese or
Japanese.
Chinese? Japanese player is like
Are you
legit
talking about for
Otani.
The Angels.
the
The
Angels?
Angels. Yeah, he
I know
legit
him.
like basically like Babe Ruth, but
Yeah.
better because he throws 100.
Dude,
Yeah.
and he
But he can hit the
jacks
thing, too.
balls.
No, he's the
Yeah.
only person I think in All-Star history to lead off batting because he's a legit like Triple Crown type of dude and starting pitching.
Yeah. He had, the other night he had
smashes the
10 strikeouts and 2 home runs in one game.
Yes. Y'all see what Stephen A. was saying about him, though?
That's insane.
Stephen A. was like, who cares? I think it's time to trade him. Why would you want to have the face of your franchise be somebody that can't even speak English? And so he's like, who cares?
When I went and watched them, because I just went to what the fuck game did I go to? Anyway, they were playing against the Nationals, and you go, it was the Indians game or the Guardians. They go Mike Trout and fucking Ohtani back to back in the lineup.
Dude,
Like, what?
that's scary.
It's Canseco McGuire.
But the Angels
Yes.
suck though.
Yeah.
Jose
Yeah,
Canseco.
they did. They got beat by the
Angels suck,
Guardians too. It was a great night for
Hey, speaking
baseball.
of Stephen A. What's going on with ESPN? What's up with the media right now?
So I think Pat's taking all the money.
Yeah, of course.
I think, hey, shout out to Pat. I think Pat's contract is
y'all
causing them
put
to
that,
cut motherfuckers.
have y'all seen
Real
like,
talk.
They fired
bunch of
everybody.
people, yeah.
Jeff Van Gundy. Yeah,
Like-
everybody.
Oh, they got rid of Jeff Van Gundy?
bro? I'm talking
Jalen
about
Rose.
Everybody.
big
They
hitter
clear-
names that's.
They clearing house
They got
like
rid of
that?
Jalen Rose.
Jalen
But,
Rose.
Yeah, Jalen
but
Rose.
then
They're making room for us.
I also I like that. I like that idea.
Hey,
Put
But
us on game day,
I keep
bitch.
hearing something about like the whole Disney contract, whatnot.
I wish Cole was here for this because he follows the Disney guy like heavy.
I wish he was here.
Because I think, they did this. Remember Jay Crawford?
Yeah.
He was a Cleveland dude. They did this a while ago where they just come through and there's I don't know if all the contracts cycle at the same time. And I just remember when they even let Jay, I know he was like, he did some big market stuff, but mostly like regional stuff, but he's a really good. And I was like, damn, they let Jay go? And then it was like a couple other guys. And I think that from time to time, they just go, and Pat's contract is looming, bro.
Dude, it's so big. It
He's
was like
sucking.
85
How
now.
is he not sucking down some of that cash?
Pause.
It's just what it is.
lost.
He is. But then you look at the views per dollar spent on him. Like
Maybe that was a bad choice of words.
No.
That's fucking what he's doing.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's all right.
Go
Anyway.
ahead. Keep it moving. What are you saying?
I was just saying, what was it like? Was it like 85 mil?
Yeah.
It's like 85 mil. So
That's
then
what I'm
they
saying.
start looking at the viewership and comparing what they expect the view numbers to be for his show, any affiliation, and then they just start looking at the bottom of the list. Who's getting the lower impressions, the lower amount of views?
That's exactly what it is.
Well,
we
it's
need
funny
those
because
dollars.
I saw Stephen A. He had wrote something today because I guess people were like, all right, y'all fired all these people, but y'all didn't fire Stephen A. And Stephen A's
contract's like $30 million.
He was like, first off, I'm not even one of the highest paid people there, whatnot. He was like, there's people paid
For real?
way more than me. And then he was like,
Dude, they fired Jalen?
Bro, you ain't see the list?
I'm
There's
looking
like-
at it right
there's
now.
like
That's crazy.
20
They fired
20 people.
Keyshawn?
The list is crazy.
There's like 20 people, man.
The list is crazy.
Todd McShay?
Yeah.
Which like Keyshawn.
But
Damn, okay.
I think
Serious.
I think
They making room for Pat.
I think they're doing something where some of those people might be. I think it might be somewhere they want to wipe
Yeah, that's exactly
their
what
contract and bring them back on something. Because if you think about it, they kept Big Perk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like Perkins.
I like Perk
Yeah.
too. But I think they're trying to like just change like the whole.
landscape.
Well, you know how it is if they're operating just like they would in the NFL, cut you, bring you back on the practice squad, or offer you something lower because you can't go somewhere else. The other thing is, why are we doing this show? This is the fucking new shit, bro. So at the end of the day, we cut all of these guys and say, who's the next Pat McAfee show? Who's the next? You know, it's probably us. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
No, probably.
that they're looking for that, and they could get a show like ours for a quarter of what they probably pay Matt Hasselback to try it.
Dude, that's
you see what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
true.
so I think that probably Iger's looking at new media. Like, I need to go and get talent that's doing things that's different and shake this whole thing up. And if you start hitting, I mean, dude, I'm sure when Jalen Rose got that call, because he's great at this, in my opinion. I'm a huge Jalen Rose fan. There's some hitters on this
hitters.
this list.
I was
Susie Culver on there too?
Yeah.
You guys know who
Susie.
Dan Lebitard is?
Yeah, of course.
I was
I can't watch the show; it's too annoying. But yes,
It
I
is.
like him.
I was watching like a clip of it because he was talking about the ESPN layoffs, and he talked about how behind ESPN is in like the whole media space because they couldn't evolve with radio, and then they stuck with radio for so long that they didn't really like try to go into the new age of like podcasting and stuff. And when Bill Simmons left, because I still listen to the Bill Simmons podcast like every day. The Ringer Network, like ESPN's not even a player in the podcast space.
They're not at all.
And they try to do some like weird stuff with like 30 for 30s. It's like just have a daily show that people can tune into, and like now they're like realizing, oh shit, it's too late.
They should have every one of these personalities should have had their own show too.
had their own podcast.
They
100%.
missed on that.
And that's what I'm thinking too. Like, okay, if all those people that y'all kind of just hit on.
Man, there's some hitters on here, bro.
I mean, it's something going on because you even look at Shannon Sharp's situation where him and
yes,
you know how he left.
Yeah,
it's like, so something's brewing. Something's going on.
Well, there's an obvious shift in media, but the writing's been on the wall forever. But I think places like ESPN, or when I was dealing with GNC, it's the same. Some of these old establishments, they just don't move very fast. So think about Barstool. Has been gaining on these guys for years, right in their face, bro. When they signed Dion, when they did, they were like right in their face, and they just weren't really taking notice of it, or they just acted like no big deal. And this is how
they still weren't acknowledging it. The whole
no,
time.
but honestly, every one of these people, and some of them probably should have had their own show simultaneously if they were able to. I mean, 100%. But when I see like Susie Culver, like I
she
think
was there for like 20. Like over 20
heartbreaking,
years.
but 27 years.
Years.
I mean, and she's like, I feel like kind of a staple in like basketball, right? Football.
I think she did
both.
Yeah,
I think she did both. Yeah. She's at the NFL draft. So it's like, I'm saying staple. I'm acting like I don't even know what. But anyway, there's some hitters on there.
She's been around.
Yeah.
No, like, so two things. What Trevor was mentioning and what you guys are saying, too, specifically with ESPN and, like, just them trying to, like, they're just now realizing that they need to break into the whole podcast space and just open up in media.
So behind, though.
The only thing that they really try to do is one, it's on YouTube, but it's just in college football. They made a new channel, ESPN College Football specifically, but once that's gone, like, you can only speculate on the transfer portal so much when it's like the national championship's over, spring games are happening, and you got a lot of media to go over in season, but once they're they just need to branch out more. But like Keyshawn and those guys too, they're real tight with Paul Feinbaum. Like I'm sure, especially now that it's basically kickoff time, they'll be on his show all the time, and like you said, like they'll have individual shows, I'm sure, because like even Stephen A. So he's still with ESPN, but he's already had his own thing too. Like he has his own show on the side, so they'll figure out a way.
They're marketing it for you by putting your ass on TV. You gotta have it.
Yeah.
Like,
but he's bringing even more to ESPN, having his own show.
Yeah.
And
1000%.
it doing so
which is
well.
what Ryan Clark's doing.
Exactly.
Ryan Clark's murdering it, bro. And they bring the pivot guys in to be outside analysts for parts of the show because now having that 1 million YouTube followers is leverage against, like, I mean, that's why once again, that's why we're building what we're building, because there's just the opportunities are everywhere and it's fun as hell.
Yeah. I was about to say, we actually enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
It's fun.
And we giving y'all good content. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
that's why it's fun.
What else you thinking? I saw somebody was saying CJ Stroud was kind of like rolling with like Jay-Z or some shit.
Oh, well.
He was out there in the streets.
Well,
Did you guys see
with the billionaires.
Did you see the Rick Rubin party? That's where it was at.
Is that what it was?
that's
Man, I
where
fuck
it
with
was.
Rick Rubin.
Okay.
That's where it was.
Hey, Rick Rubin
Who?
book is next
He's
level,
something
bro.
else.
Bro, you should see who was at his party.
Well, yeah, I mean, he worked with everybody from Slayer to Jay-Z to
Dude, it's
Bro,
insane.
anybody.
who's everybody.
DMC.
Pat even said something about it on his show. He said, shout out to him because the party that he had was like,
Dude,
Unreal.
Kim K,
bro, from
Lil
the
Baby,
Kardashians
James Harden,
I'm out.
Joey
to
B.
He's a
B.
cool
KD.
dude. He's cool as a motherfucker.
the
He's
owner of the
eccentric.
Patriots. Like,
Yeah, I'm telling you, Rick Rubin is like my new like hero.
so first off,
He has his own island.
Does he?
Off, yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm sure he does.
that's what it look like. First off, if you can get Beyonce and Jay-Z in the
Anywhere.
building at
Yeah.
the same time, like,
That's like a date on these like stars calendars, and they don't have like dates on their calendars. Like,
No.
that's wild.
It's pretty wild. I mean,
Bro,
look, man,
he's
he bridged
so
two worlds.
authentic in his music and what he, because he created the first like big time Beastie Boys album. He goes way back, and like he's worked with every genre. So he was like literally talking about Slayer all the way to Beyonce to Jay-Z to the Red Hot Chili Pepper. I mean, he's worked with everybody.
see, I didn't know his background. I just knew him as the owner of was it the Sixers?
The
for like a hot
Sixers,
second?
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Rubin. That's a different guy. You're talking about Rick. You're talking about whose party was it? Michael Rubin or Rick Rubin?
Michael Rubin.
Ah, I thought you said Rick Rubin.
I thought he was talking
I
about
fuck
Rick
with Michael
Rubin,
Rubin too.
I mean, he's,
You said Rick Rubin, I think.
I'm glad I caught you
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
was just going on.
I was on a whole nother tangent. That's a different Rubin.
Okay.
Michael
No.
Rubin, the dude
What
who
they
brought
both
Rick
Fanatics.
Rubin is
we
amazing.
should touch on
though.
that though too. I mean,
Yeah, Michael Rubin. I mean, is building Fanatics right now, which is unbelievable because they just bought out all the sports cards companies. They're they do a ton of stuff from hats to. I mean, he's got $1 bazillion too. He sold his interest in the Sixers. I watched a couple different interviews with him. He's amazing too. But side note, go read Rick Rubin's book too. But he can get Beyonce there also.
oh,
Yeah.
he's done
They
doing
both
it.
can.
Yeah.
Michael Rubin, the dude who owned the 76ers, had a party.
Okay.
And it was like a all-white party. It was on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He does it every year.
Yeah, every year. Yeah, it's
And,
always like a big
it-
social media thing.
It just seems like it's getting bigger every year.
Yeah,
It's kind of
every
like
celebrity's there.
it's definitely the vibes of you know how Jay-Z and Beyonce do they do a brunch, a big brunch every year, and he's basically doing it for like the 4th of July.
That's sick.
Which is all the top athletes are there, most of all the top entertainers are there. It's just like it looks like it's a great time, you know.
Ever since like right when Meek got out of jail, it's like he picked him up in the chopper, took him straight to the game. That's when I first started knowing like who's this guy. Then I started doing some research, and I mean he started hustling like crazy young. He had like a shop where he sold like skis when he was like 15 or something. I mean, he's like he just built it for forever. Just a hustler, hardworking, like really like positive dude who seems like he really cares about like trying to change stuff too. Yeah. I fuck with him for sure.
But
both Rubins.
But bringing up CJ, I love to see that for him because when you're in those type of rooms, you build so many connections and great relationships. So that's good that he's actually kind of taking these younger guys under the wing and putting them around some of these different people that you would probably never imagine ever meeting. And it's like
you were just in college and now you're at Michael Rubin's party, Michael Rubin's party.
Like what? Yeah, fuck. He got videos like they on the beach and like he's throwing passes to Kevin Hart. Like they like running routes against each other, and CJ's the quarterback.
Come on, man.
That's wild.
Yeah. Just like Michael Rubin's video is him getting guarded by I think OBJ. It was like
OBJ.
And he's running routes against him.
Yeah. Oh, you got to see the clips.
Everybody's there.
I saw some of the pictures on Twitter.
Yeah, so I watched this video of someone went through all the watches that people wore at that party.
Yeah.
So like Jay-Z wore a $7 million watch to that party.
Somebody said that this morning at the
every other watch that everyone else was wearing there, minimum was like 300 racks.
Yeah. Richard Millie's everywhere.
Yeah.
Ice.
Different tax bracket, man.
I know. Yeah, because I remember I went into the Richard Mille store when I was in Beverly Hills with my little presidential on, They kind of looked at me like I was in the trailer park. I was like, okay.
I'll take that presidential off your hands if you want, man. Yeah. Don't even worry.
Actually, I had my hood up. They were like, take your hood down. I was like, okay. Well, I was like, did you see?
I'm all right.
Good. Yeah, different level.
Oh, it's definitely a different tax bracket, man. But it's okay, man. But like I said, I'm glad that he's able to.
That's big for him, I think.
Have those experiences, those connections, because those could be life changing. Because at the end of the day, we can only play ball for so long, But when you get connected with those type of people,
who you standing by, right? At the end of the
day,
your life. You're all of a sudden like, because what happens is you ball out a little bit, you do some favors, and it's like all of a sudden, Jay-Z's like, hey, let me pull you in this little thing we got going on over here. I mean, that's how this shit happens.
Yeah.
You just and it seems like CJ from every interview I've seen, he's a good
very
dude.
Humble.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
So people want to help good people, especially if So yeah, that's a great opportunity to be standing there next to those cats for sure. Yeah. Where else are we going? What else you guys got?
Speaking of CJ Stroud, you guys want to go over some win totals for next year's NFL season?
Go ahead.
Let's take a look at that.
So FanDuel released like the future bets for how many games you think each team will win. So we'll go with the Texans first. They have the over-under set at 6.5, and the over is not favored. So the over is plus 100. So they're projecting to win under 6.5 games.
Okay. What I don't know really what he got around him. I've never done enough research to see is he
honestly they're probably another 2 years
from playoff team maybe.
I wouldn't even necessarily say a playoff team, but they're probably they need some more help. I can't really think of everybody that they have around them right now, but I know this is not going to be the year where it's like, okay, we drafted C.J. Stroud and he's just going to change everything. Obviously he's going to need some help, which is I think he'll play well. I hope I hope they go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
But in reality, I know how it is. Usually when a guy gets drafted 1 or 2, he's going to a bad organization.
They got no line.
Bad team. They have a new coach, so he's gonna have to. Guys gonna be learning a totally new system. Like it's
a lot.
It's just a lot to do. So them winning 6 games, which is it's gonna be tough because they're in their conference
it's gonna be tough.
It's solid.
You got the Colts twice.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Colts are at 6.5 also is what they set it at, but their over's favored, so they're minus 128 for over.
The Colts going over 6.
I think so too.
Ursay gonna make sure of that.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to be bad. And the Titans might not be very good. The Jaguars should be good, but yeah, the Texans
good, yeah.
the Texans going over 6 wins definitely not happening. But I think the Colts could definitely go over 7 wins.
Get into the NFC North, man.
Who's your Super Bowl prediction? You have one?
Not yet.
Okay. What's Philly gonna do?
I mean, obviously,
that's who I think's gonna win it.
It's hard not to think or believe that we're gonna have the same Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like Philly's going to be good.
I picked Philly in my my parlay.
Yeah, break that down.
Yeah,
Philly. I mean,
couple things. I had a baseball 12 leg where I hit 10.
I mean,
which I think was pretty solid. I mean, I've never done that before. But anyway, let me log into. I can't name the app yet because we're still working on the deal. But here's my prediction, because you know how they'll let you do like I want to pick like multiple sports, like predict.
Yeah.
So
here
I got. So I got the Eagles, just plus 720.
To win it all.
Yep. I'm picking the Warriors, plus 1100. They give Draymond 100. So. And then I'm picking the Florida Panthers to win the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
And for $10, I win 17 grand.
Damn.
That's a good bet.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Great bet.
Right? Not bad, huh? Now, here's my process of thinking. The Eagles, I think, are due to win.
They are.
The Panthers got second last year.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be pissed because they want to see the confetti. And the Warriors, I think, are due, and the moves that they're making are telling me that they're probably going to contend. So after I make $17,000 for a $10 bet, I'm going to be really excited.
Can you add something to it? I was told that you should what's the Vegas WNBA team?
I can reuse it and add.
Aces?
Yeah,
I can,
they say no nobody's beating them. I don't know.
All right.
See if it'll
They're pretty good this year.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, I've been betting on some WNBA.
Okay.
Alea Boston.
Yeah.
Her over on points. It's a good bet. Just saying.
Who is it?
Alea Boston. She was the girl that played for South Carolina
Okay.
last year. She's a freshman or rookie.
The WNBA
what
women's team.
Which one?
She plays with Indiana Fever.
Okay.
Alea Boston plays with Indiana Fever.
Okay.
Los Angeles Aces is the LA or is the
Who's the
is
team you
Las
said it
Vegas.
can't get beat?
What's the team?
Las Vegas Aces.
The Vegas. Okay.
Yeah, Las Vegas
All right,
Aces, not LA.
I might add that to my.
Yeah, just make another one. Throw another 10 on there.
Yeah. That's what I'll
man.
do. You know, that's what I got.
Those bets that be like $10 to win
Dude.
17 or 50, like
The best.
geez.
So that 14 leg or 12 leg where I hit 10, I had it like it was $1 to win like something crazy because I picked like first inning, I picked the money line. It was like something crazy. I would have won like 50 some racks or something.
Do it again.
I know I'm gonna do a bunch. That's gonna be my. So here's my betting strategy, because I think betting literally like $10 with these crazy parlays to me, because then if I hit one of those, I'll actually notice that fucking change. Me winning like $50 doesn't really excite me.
Right.
Sorry, but $1 parlay that wins me like 100 racks,
I'm doing it.
I can get
all
down
day.
for that.
All
So
day.
I'm gonna be when we get this big app deal done, I'm gonna be the king of the 20 leg dollar with Trayvon, because he does a bunch of these too. Change your life parlays.
I like the name of that.
I'm in on it.
Yeah, hit
So,
that. Yeah, clip that. Kyle.
$5 maybe.
Yeah,
Bump
you
it
know,
up.
like
Everybody put $1 in.
put $1 in and get one of the ones I did was like literally like 15, 20 legs, and I was gonna win 426,000. Like I was making some crazy ones.
I won a.
Some of them were close.
I won a 9-leg baseball game the other day.
Ooh,
It was only
that's a lot.
yeah, I know.
To get 9 or 10 things right is hard.
Like the payout wasn't a lot though. It was only like I think I had better like $2, but I won like 400 and like
I was gonna say the odds
Get
are
some.
probably like over 10,000
yeah,
at least. Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if I could see what the odds were on that one I had 10 on, because it was fucking crazy. I couldn't believe how many green check marks I had.
It's time for us to get back to building our parlays.
Oh, yeah. The odds were 19,892.
Oh.
All right. So here's what it was. I put $100 on this one.
100?
Yeah. And I hit, that would have been fucking sick. Would have been, should have been, right? Yeah. It was a 10-leg parlay. I hit 8 out of the 10, and I put 100 on it. And it was a 19,000. So I would have made 20 grand, basically. That would have been pretty sweet. Okay. Next. What else you guys got?
Well, Boom said he wanted to go. You want to keep going through the over-unders?
No. Go ahead.
We got the Bengals.
Okay.
All right, we'll go through the AFC North. So we got the Bengals. Over 11.5 wins is plus 110.
All day.
Yeah.
Were they able to keep all the wideout core?
Yeah.
Okay. That's big.
The Browns. Over 9.5 wins, plus 108.
People are expecting Deshaun to.
I'm giving them that.
Yeah.
I'm giving them that because Deshaun's going to have an off season this year, OTAs, minicamp.
Yeah.
And they also they got the DN from the Vikings too. So they got two. Their defense.
They're making moves.
They make
They're
moves.
spending fucking money.
Yeah. It's crazy because
They are spending lots of money.
Their GM
Yeah.
now, he was a recruit type guy when I was playing for the Colts.
Oh, no shit.
He's young. He's like
a scout.
He's 30. I think he's only like 33.
He's making some shit happen.
Yeah. So I'm happy to see him doing.
I saw a clip. It was Clemson versus Louisville on Twitter, and it was Deshaun versus dude from the Ravens. Yeah, Lamar.
Oh.
And he was like, and it said, somebody watched this game and still drafted Trubisky before.
Oh.
I was dying. I mean,
Fucked up.
Crazy.
terrible.
Fucked up.
I had him in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Yeah, not good.
And he's from Ohio.
Yeah, not good.
No.
Speaking of the Ravens,
Tripping.
they're at 10.5 wins, minus 102 for 10.5. So
Did Odell end up signing there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's legit. I remember. Okay. Damn.
And then the Steelers are 8.5. So I mean, you have the Steelers are 8.5.
Steelers
The Browns are
better
9.5. The Ravens are 10.5, and the Bengals are 11.5. That's gonna be a good division. I
Real
don't see the Steelers winning over 8.5 games.
See, I think the Steelers are going to surprise people.
They
Well,
always
couple
do.
times we draft extremely well, which we did again. Joey Porter Jr. Shout out. I'm excited about having him. We got that monster from Georgia that's at tight end that weighs like 280. So now it's like having a whole nother lineman that can move like unbelievable. And I just think Kenny Pickett and George Pickens combo is elite, and it will showcase this year. And Tomlin is a fucking winner. So I think
Najee will have a good year.
Yeah, I think he will. I think we'll end up, and I think T.J. Watt will be back healthy. You got Cam's back on. So I actually think they'll win 10 games. So I would take that bet. And I think they're going to be second to the Bengals for that division. I think they're better than the Ravens, quite a bit better, honestly. I think. Although the Odell situation is interesting, but I think just winners win, man. It's hard, It's hard out here.
Yeah.
Just winning.
I think the NFL is going to be super competitive, especially looking at this. So they have the Jets with the Jets got a lot of hype.
That's must-see TV. I'm excited to watch them with Garrett Wilson.
They're set at 9.5, and 9.5 is being favored. So they think that they're going to get 10 wins.
I can
Dude,
see
the
that.
Jets get 10 wins. That would be crazy, right? I mean, obviously Aaron Rodgers, so.
I'm about to look up their schedule.
Gary
right
V
now.
would go crazy.
He would go crazy.
That's the first thing I thought.
Do you think they play Buffalo twice again this year? Is that guaranteed every year?
Yeah.
And just to touch on a couple of the other Super Bowl favorites, the Eagles, 11.5 wins. That's favored at plus 108. I definitely think they could. I don't think the NFC is going to be nearly as good as the AFC, so I think that they can do that. The Niners are set at 10.5 wins, minus 142. So it's like pretty heavy favor that the Niners are, which I don't even know who they're going to start at quarterback. Probably Purdy if he's healthy. But
Well, yeah, is he really that guy? I mean, seemed to be, but who knows?
that's a lot of wins when you don't even know really like what your quarterback's going to be.
Yeah.
So is the starter in Indy going to be the new guy from Florida?
Richardson.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how they develop him for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can be a freak, especially with Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, facts.
What was he? I mean, he was drafted like what, fourth?
Yeah, he was drafted really high, but they weren't really talking about him during the season that much. It was like as soon as
I think didn't he have like a crazy game at the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
I remember everybody was talking about, and then
they lost.
And in the combine, he blew it out the water.
Yeah.
Athletically, he's just next level.
Yeah, jumped crazy, ran crazy.
I remember watching his first game. I was like, "Who the fuck is this dude? He's running all over, like doing crazy shit."
Just launching the ball. And then the Chiefs are set at 11.5, and that's -134. So they think the Chiefs will win 12 games.
They'll get that.
Dude, it's gonna be hard to keep them out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It seems like there's some beef between Tyreek and them, though. I've been seeing some shit. Like,
I mean, he probably salty a little bit.
Yeah.
They didn't want to ring without him. It's one of those things. It's like he probably like, y'all never gonna win one without.
He probably thought that when he left.
You know?
God,
and it just sucks
Yeah.
because freaking Juju went there and he got a ring.
Yeah.
Like,
people will be hating on Juju.
I hate Juju.
Speaking of Tyreek and the Dolphins, their over/under set at 9.5, which I think is way too high.
I like the Dolphins, but
They got a nice squad though.
But Tua's situation
Tua,
is, I mean, that was hard to watch last year.
Yeah.
Is he still gonna start?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen a picture of him lately, but he like then put some weight on.
Hey, big boy.
Like in a bad way.
Yes.
Big boy.
Like he's
like belly.
ooh.
Like what the heck is going on?
Me too.
So I don't know. I would go. They might win 9, maybe, but they're not going over. Yeah, for sure.
How about the Broncos? What are they picked? Do you know? Because the Sean Payton with the Broncos.
Their over/5 is at 8.5.
He gonna turn it around.
Their over/under is at 8.5, and they're at +106.
If they can't win with Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, then who is it? Is Russell Wilson really as good? You know what I mean? I mean, his wife's situation is pretty good.
I think he'll have a bounce back year. I just don't know that team's that good.
Yeah.
But I think Peyton's a good coach.
I was listening to a Bow Wow Sierra song, I think earlier today. It's on my feel good playlist. I was thinking like Russell Wilson. I mean, good for you.
Yeah.
And the last one is the Bills. They are 10.5 wins at -134, so they're favored to win 11 games or more.
Stephon, he got his stuff figured out or what?
I think they're just
Are they
moving.
good? Yeah. Are they good or
I
what?
think he just.
I think he's just bored.
He was just bored.
He just wasn't showing up for a minute, right?
Yeah.
He's a.
You know they say wide receivers are all divas. Like,
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I love seeing the clips of him and his brother like at family events trying to guard each other.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
so
like,
crazy.
line it
So
up,
much-
Trayvon. Let's go.
So much athleticism.
Oh, it's absurd. You want to go over to the Buckeye schedule?
Yes. Let's talk
I
about
think it's
this.
interesting, huh?
Somebody
Talking
start
point.
us off here.
Let's do that.
So, yeah, because I have tickets, but I haven't even looked at the schedule yet.
Yeah, no worries.
So, we're
Notre
looking at
Dame's not as early this year.
Yeah, which was crazy because when I was at the Notre Dame game last year at home, it felt like an old school Michigan game kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But then we realized Notre Dame won for real.
Low scoring. It was like what, 10-7, 14.
Yeah, it
What
wasn't.
was
It
that?
wasn't a very good
At
game.
Indiana 3:30.
So Indiana always plays us pretty tough, though.
Yeah, they give it hard.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
And it's
I
on the
mean, we
road.
should fucking run through them, but
Hey, quick question, Boom. Are you guys ever going to stop playing like Western Kentucky? Like, is that even why is that on Ohio State's schedule?
Hey, ask him who he's rooting for.
maybe we should add Ohio.
Yeah, that'd be a bad decision if I were. I don't know if you want to do that.
he wouldn't
Bobcats
question
gonna be
it
good
then.
this year.
Trevor's just
Bobcats are
trying to
hot.
get that check for his squad
Yeah.
because they get like what?
$1 million.
Yeah, right. They get about $1 million for the school to come play us.
That's a
They
lot
get
to lose to
trounced.
OU.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last time like Akron, like another MAC school, they got like $1 million.
Yeah, I mean they can buy a whole building for that shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Playing Youngstown
if you
State's
look-
interesting.
If you look at our schedule though, after just from my experience Like we got some tricky games though.
Okay, talk to me, Boom.
At Wisconsin this year.
Oh yeah, well that's going to be with Fickle.
So okay,
that's going to be tough.
The first 3 games, all right, cool. We know that's probably going to be.
Marcus Freeman going to have him ready at Notre Dame, boy.
Notre Dame game going to be tough. Maryland game, that's not. It's tough.
Yeah.
Hey,
is Tua's brother still there?
Yeah.
He's a dog too.
They always play hard, man.
Yeah, they do.
We really should have lost the Maryland.
Yeah. Tua's brother's a dog.
Too close.
Then you go to at Purdue. They always play us tough.
Oh.
Yep.
Then you have to play Penn State. That's gonna be tough.
At Wisconsin.
At Wisconsin, tough.
Yep.
At Rutgers, that's dog walk.
Yeah.
Michigan State.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably gonna be a dog walk, but it's probably gonna be something at the beginning, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tuck gonna have them boys ready. Minnesota. I don't know much about Minnesota.
They still got their running back, the same one. He got hurt like as
he
soon
got hurt.
as he.
That our game.
Yes.
He was killing us.
Like immediately.
Yeah, and then he got hurt.
Fun fact: I went to the Minnesota bowl game this year randomly.
Oh, yeah.
It was Minnesota-Syracuse at the Stripes Bowl at the Yankee Stadium.
Oh,
I was just in town.
Yeah.
It went for like $20.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
me and
crazy.
Andon.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
and then
so that's how much I know about Minnesota. I did catch the bowl game this year.
obviously the game. It's always a dog.
Have you
fight.
been to the game not playing in the game?
Yeah.
At Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the experience like? Especially as a former player who has friends from Michigan and now resides in Michigan.
I actually sat probably 10 rows up from the field.
Okay.
Had my big all red Ohio State jacket on.
All right.
So our tradition is if it's at Ohio State, I get the tickets.
Okay.
If it's at Michigan, my cousin Prescott, he gets the tickets because he played there.
Yep.
So we usually sit. Like last year was this past year, he came, he had all his Michigan stuff on, and at the beginning of the game, I think we scored first, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So it was like, all right, cool, man. After they scored, it was like the game just like And
you was just with him. I thought I saw him in the picture.
This past
weekend.
So
Prescott.
he does a 4th of July.
That's what's up. He a big dude,
year.
huh?
Oh, P is huge.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
and he played what? He played DN. What did he play?
So in high school he played safety.
Okay.
He was #1 safety in the country, and then he went when he got to Michigan. They moved him to linebacker.
That's right. He's linebacker. Okay.
Yeah.
He's big as hell.
Yeah. But
Damn.
He was
so
6'4", 220 pounds. Like crazy.
That place isn't rocking as much though as a shoe, is it?
Nah.
See,
it's kind of like I'm not gonna.
It feels like it's super spread out. That's what I've been there for one game.
Well, no, everybody's. So the reason why they could fit so many people in their stadium is because everybody's on top of each other.
Oh, got it. It just felt like it was
benches.
far. I was far as shit
benches,
away from the fucking
you know
field.
how like Ohio State has actually like actual seats.
Yeah.
They have benches, so everybody's kind of just like you're in there like this.
Yeah.
You ain't never been to the game there?
Yeah, one time. That's what I said. But I must have had really bad seats. I felt like I was far as shit away. Like, felt like it was like the shoe kind of goes. It just felt like it was like further this way away.
Flat.
I went to. See if you remember this name. Biaka Batuka was the running back.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Freaking dog.
He was the running back when I went and watched.
Yeah.
I went to like Michigan, Purdue, or some random matchup.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably killed them.
Because the night before I went and watched Tractor Trailer because I was a Fab Five fan.
Yeah.
So I was like, obviously I missed them because they were young, they were older than me. But I went and watched. I think Trailer was in. He was still in. I think that's when he pulled it when his pants fell down or whatever. I think it was I was at that game actually.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got? Anybody else?
So how many wins do you think Ohio State gets?
Oh yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great answer.
All of them.
the ones that I see that will be tough, obviously, Notre Dame game, I don't think it's going to be an easy game, but we win the game.
Yeah.
Penn State game is not going to be an easy game, but we win the game.
And
Wisconsin, I never feel like we're gonna lose the game. To be honest with you, I always feel like we have to beat ourselves to lose the game.
But there ain't one person that has came on this podcast that I can remember that didn't say Wisconsin is tough as hell at home. Right? So it's like, and how about Luke Fickell is going to have them all pumped up.
And he knows about Ohio State, too, so he's going to tell them, like, you need to do this, you need to do that.
I just think that's the one I'm circling, like, damn, we better not get tripped up.
See, and it's messed up that we got to go Penn State, Wisconsin back to back, bro. Like, that was
a lot. That's a lot. You know what I mean?
Set us up, bro. Like,
you get Rutgers the next week.
Yeah. You're going to need it. You're going to need it.
Then Michigan State. So you got to think.
It's a tough schedule.
The second half of the schedule is
tough.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I mean, they didn't do any favors to Ohio State home fans. I mean, you got Notre Dame on the road.
I say 12.
You got Wisconsin on the road, Michigan on the road.
We should play Notre Dame every year, bro. I think.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna join the Big Ten.
We should play them every year. I remember when I was a kid, like the Notre Dame and Notre Dame Michigan lineups, like those should be games that I think people want to see. Everybody's dodging motherfuckers because they're trying to keep the schedules right, but like at the end of the day, those are games that I think at least people in this part of the country want to see on a regular basis, man.
They have such a history with both of the Michigan teams.
Exactly.
Buckeyes.
Like they should be on the schedule every fucking year. Like I'm looking forward to watching Notre Dame, Ohio State this year because I remember those matchups when Eddie and all those young, when I was younger, like all that stuff.
Michigan's schedule is so weak. I'm just looking at this like East Carolina.
We get clip after the podcast.
UNLV.
Michigan's schedule is weak.
Bowling Green, Rutgers, Nebraska, Minnesota, Indiana, Michigan State, Purdue, Penn State, Maryland, obviously Ohio State.
Is it going to be a 1 versus 2 again?
I can see. Do they got Wisconsin on their schedule?
I didn't hear you say them.
No. They're definitely gonna be undefeated once they get theirs. Only game that they might. I mean, Michigan State is always gonna give them a hard time because it's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
Penn State gonna be. That's at Penn State, so they could lose that game.
Yeah, but man, if it ends up going like a fucking, we get down to the line like that, and it could be another top 5.
Hold on. Their first game is on Peacock.
Wait, hold on.
You know that Peacock?
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
But you know what? Shout out to Peacock because
they do a whole bunch of deals. They did a deal with
it's
the
NBC,
MLB,
right?
Yeah, they did a deal with the MLB.
Like,
yeah.
They doing their thing, but it's still like really a football game on Peacock?
Yeah. No, so there's an MLB it's like the 11 a.m. or some shit game on Sunday every Sunday, and Peacock streams it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when Amazon started doing that, although like
Amazon has some games too.
They had some games, but it was like their first 4 or 5 football games were awful. I remember, and they were like, "Fuck."
They don't have no major big games though. Looking at it, because I see they got Penn State playing Delaware, so it's like some of the like smaller games. It seems like. Interesting.
It is interesting. Boom. What else is going on with in the sports world? What else is grabbing your attention? We'll wrap this thing up.
Only thing that really grabbed my attention was just a lot of those NBA contracts. I mean,
dude, Melo balls.
Melo ball, yeah.
Hey, but real talk though, LaMelo can really ball though. Like he's a legitimate fucking like. Because I remember when his brother came in. I mean, that's like he's the second. He's the middle kid, right?
I get what you're saying.
He can fucking play. Like, because their dad had their shit so hyped, and for them to live up to it, but he's better than the older brother, and he's legit.
Y'all talking about Melo?
Yeah. 260 is also crazy, but.
Their dad is a big asset for their branding.
Hell yeah. Big time.
That's a lot of money, man. Would you say like 260? Is that what you said?
260.
That's a lot.
They ain't
of
winning
money.
no basketball games.
That's a lot of money, dude.
They're not winning. They're not winning games. Like it's over.
Do they have anyone else down there?
No, they have Brandon Miller that just drafted second overall.
And he's been playing awful in the combine.
Yeah, he's trash. They got Miles Bridges.
He's too busy shooting people off.
They should have drafted Scoot Henderson. Yeah, trash.
Hey, where's Zion at?
New Orleans.
Mariah Mills' house.
Having babies with porn stars.
Mia Khalifa's.
What's her name?
No, Mariah Mills.
Oh.
Is the tattoo real?
I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk to me. What is it?
So she got dude's name tattoo on
her face.
On the side of her face.
Is she having this baby?
No.
That's what she claims.
Oh, she says she's pregnant?
She put a pregnancy test on social media and then put up an Instagram survey and asked motherfuckers, picked 1 or 2 baby names.
Wow.
And they were
Why is she going so hard about it?
Because he got his girl pregnant.
Yeah.
And now she's coming after him.
Yeah, she's pissed, yeah.
Bro, you're a whole porn star.
He ain't playing basketball. He wasn't worried
feel
about
like he ain't played basketball forever.
He hasn't.
No.
The only thing about Zion is I remember he's so big,
Nor was he even getting in shape we've seen.
There was a lot of trade rumors around him.
He was cutting that chick every month, so that's probably why she nah, I need that. I still need that. So whatever I got to do to still get that, I'm going to do.
I'm going to tat it on my face.
I'm going to tat it on my face. I don't care if you got a baby on the way. Slow.
That's a bold move.
That's a bold move.
That's next level.
Who else's contract did you not like, Boom?
I'm trying to think. So Draymond's caught my eye.
Max Strus got $60 million
Dylan
from
Brooks.
the Cavs.
Dylan Brooks is not worth it, but it's the Rockets. They're a dumpster fire. They were going to bring James Harden back.
Yeah, I saw that.
Max Strus was $60 million from the Cavs.
Yeah, that was kind of odd.
What about?
But
really, you think they're going to trade Tyler Hero?
The Heat. Yeah. Where do you think Dame's gonna? You think he's gonna go to Miami?
I was gonna bring up next.
I mean, I think
Dame's gonna.
He's
go
just
to Miami.
saying I'm going to Miami.
I think
That's
Dame's gonna. I think
saying.
what Dame's gonna do is Dame's gonna go to Miami. He's gonna win a chip there. He's gonna do some LeBron shit. He's gonna come back to Portland, bring some homies with him. He's gonna win a championship for
Think
Portland.
so?
That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
I do.
But I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the
Dame though is like.
I like Dame. Where's the dude from the Celtics going? The real good defensive guy.
Grant Williams.
No, dude has a green hair.
Oh, Marcus Smart.
Yeah,
he went to the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I like his game.
Grizzlies got Derrick Rose.
They got Derrick Rose too.
Man.
Yeah, their new nickname I saw was Guns N' Roses.
Oh man.
Who's the Roses?
Right.
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Oh.
Here's the guns.
Well, I think it might be the fake gun.
Holding them up. Man. Holding them up.
I feel like he's in the back of the video going.
He really is though.
I know. I feel like that's so unauthentic. Come on, man.
It's for an Instagram story, so.
Yeah.
Hey, the minute that Shannon Sharp told me, he's like, "You need to be done." He's like, "You ain't like that."
It ain't it, kid.
On ESPN.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
tough.
rough.
It's tough. I don't know, man. It's
So once our podcast blows up, I'm gonna be back here.
Yeah. Just not holding people up at the score.
right.
Jeez.
Hey, anyway, the theme I'm hearing from all of this is there's a lot of money out there.
Yeah, ton of money, and talking about the money, and getting the money.
Let's get some.
So
Let's do it.
All right, we good?
Let's get it. We good.
All right, Boomcast. Share with all your friends. It's like a sports talk edition. This shit was fun.
Barbershop talk today.
Hell yeah,
Man.
it
We
was
should
real
have a
good.
good time.
Yeah, it was real good.
Next guest gonna be
Yeah, I saw him tweeting at you.
we got something cooking for you. We got a couple
big
people
boy.
cooking.
Hell yeah. All right, we out of here.